We're talking with Quincy Mayor Kyle Moore. This week, the State of the City Address is Friday, the meeting of the Quincy Exchange Club. Where are they meeting at these days?
They're at the Stony Creek Inn.
Okay.
So 12 o'clock at the Stony Creek Inn.
So what? Give us a little taste, a little bit of a preview. What's some of the things, without giving away the whole story?
Yeah, we're going to highlight some of the transformation that's happening in Quincy, just a lot of big things that are happening, and then talk about some of the things that we've done in city government this past year that's really kind of been outside the box and how that's affected our bottom line. And so that's what we're going to talk about. We also have a good economic development project we're going to talk about. So there'll be a few news items, I think.
And incidentally, as we record this program, we're preparing to hear what the governor has to say regarding the state of the state. Local governmental funding is a topic of that, so you're kind of waiting on pins and needles to see what happens, right?
Yeah, my understanding is that there's going to be a cut, that's going to be proposed, and I think people have to realize that there's been 10 years of mismanagement, by multiple governors, and now this governor has to come in and clean up the mess, and it's going to hit everybody, and so I'm not surprised by it, and I think we have to do our due diligence and see how that affects our bottom line.
Also, one of the things that was taken care of at Quincy City Council this week was a new operator for the city's wastewater treatment plant and also for sludge removal. Two separate companies now handling those duties, right?
That's correct. So essentially, we privatized completely our wastewater treatment plant, which means that the 8 folks that are there now, those positions, they'll go into our work pool, but those will be eliminated through attrition. But having a private company remove our sludge and manage our operations reduces our city liability. It gives us companies that have expertise with EPA guidelines, which are extensive, and also reduces legacy costs with pensions and workers' compensation. So in the end, it's going to save us money, and also I think when a private company can operate something more efficiently, cheaper, and reduce your legacy costs, I think you owe it to the taxpayers to pull that trigger.
It was a close vote. There was some people on the board who wanted to see the city. Currently you've had this sort of hybrid. Yes, American Water was handling it, but you still had city employees, which I really never did figure how that worked. But now it but there was a clamoring by a couple of aldermen to just have the city completely bring it in-house.
That's right.
But as you talked about, you were trying to get rid of workman's comp issues, and also I guess the guys who actually run wastewater treatment facilities don't exactly grow on trees.
That's right. So you have to have 8 years experience to run it. You have to have somebody with a Class 1 license. There are only, in a 4-county area, there were only 5. One of them was David Kent, so that's retired, and that takes it down to 4. We reached out to one of those persons who weren't interested in changing jobs. So really, you only had 3 people that were able to do it. And then if that person were to leave, get injured, you'd have to bring somebody in, and that would be expensive. And so we were really concerned about that. And also, as I said before, the liability issues when you have a company who's on the hook for any type of incident that occurs due to employees, that reduces the city's liability, and that's a good thing.
Now, one of you talked about the employees being absorbed in the workforce because you've got some current vacancies, openings, if you will, over at Central Services and such. Will it, if these employees like the wastewater business, do they have the opportunity to go with the new company?
They do. They have the opportunity to either stay with the city or go with the new company, and if they go with the new company, they will get equal pay, if not a little bit better, and equal, if not better, benefits. And so they have the options. So really, they'll have a little over a month. May 1st is when this will start. So they'll meet with the company, see what they're offering, and then make a decision. And for those on that have a lot of experience, it will make sense. If you've already maxed your pension payment out, well, then you can go to another company that'll offer you 401k. If you're lower on the totem pole and you only have, say, 1 year in, it's going to make sense because in the state now you need to work 10 years just to get any pension benefits. So I think the top and the bottom, it makes sense to look at it.
Yeah, it's certainly again, those employees have some options, which is nice to have. So, well, I want to thank you again for stopping by. Last chance, if you want to break any news before State of the State.
No.
Last opportunity.
No news. And garbage tote's still on the way before you ask.
Woohoo! Thanks, Mayor.
You bet. Thank you.